Top of the AM, my good peoples. My good brother Kareem, top of the morning, man. I'm surprised you were able to type in the chat while you're also doing 50 pull-ups, my good brother. Miss you, man. Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning, all my good peoples. I know you were on it, but one thing you're gonna do, you're gonna be on it, man. And I'm proud of you for it. I'm proud of you, man, because that's that discipline every day. You be at it, man. I'm proud of you, man. You're going hard, my good brother. What's good, Oos? What's good with it? Top of the AM to you. Wow. It's crazy, man. I'm up here really early this morning, man, tripping off all this raid stuff. If you're in LA, or if you've been paying any attention to any of the business going on in LA, all this raid that went down yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you dig? Hey, Kareem, own it like you want it. You know what I'm saying? Zachy, right? Zachy, what up with it? Top of the top. Top of the top. Top of the top. My good brother Johnny just fell in the building. What's up with it, man? You know what? I can't say who set who up. You know what I mean? I just know that what I've been saying for years. Okay, I'll set it like this. Yeah, I got on Twitter maybe around 2009, I think. And I remember early on Twitter, I remember DJ Vlad had blocked me because I was saying how I don't like how he conducts his interviews. Now, I also was on the rappers at that time saying how these dudes shouldn't be so stupid and saying the stuff they be saying. So I can't give Vlad all the blame. But I was on that back then. There's too many people doing too much talking on these in front of these cameras, on podcasts and interviews. It's like they want to name so bad. Everybody want to name so bad, and everybody got to outdo one another. It's only a matter of time before you out snitch somebody or out tell about the business or out tough guy somebody. And to prove it is to tell it or show it, right? So it's only a matter of time for stuff like this to happen. Now, I'm not saying this raid went down strictly because people were talking on podcasts, but I also know with the news feed that I've been seeing and the news reports been saying that a lot of the feds were getting their information from podcasts and interviews that held up strongly in these cases. That's going to hold up strong in these cases. So I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who told on who. I don't know. I can't say that. You know what I mean? And plus, once I say, I think such and such told them, it makes me a part. Now I'm in it. I can't be on. You know what I mean? I can't go against my own rule. My own rule is if it's about crimes and stuff like that, I'm not the one to be talking about who did what and who, you know what I'm saying, who pointed out who. But I will say that none of them, anybody doing any kind of criminal activity or know about criminal activities, you're not supposed to be talking about that on no cameras, no podcasts, no interviews, none of that. That's out. That's out. The feds have been telling y'all, yo, we watching y'all. We watching these interviews. We watching these podcasts. When y'all getting fights, when y'all put up y'all cameras, when y'all going through people's hoods, and when y'all shooting at people, when y'all doing all kind of, I'm saying, what you think gonna happen? Like, for our entertainment, you essentially are about to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Because you want to out-tough somebody on a podcast or like, it's silly. It's silly. And like I said earlier, I can't say that this whole raid happened obviously because of podcasts, because that's, as far as I understand it, what I understand, what they have, I think they got some meth, some fentanyl pills, a lot of cash, some guns. So it's some bigger stuff that was going on. It sounds like some RICO activity was already going on. But a lot of times these podcasts and these interviews help things stick. You know what I mean? Who's saying who's involved? The feds looking, okay, that's such and such, okay. He said about that robbery that one time, okay, yeah, we got that down. That did happen. Oh, he was there? Oh, okay. Boom. Put him in the mix. And, you know, so when the day come and they pull up and everybody arrested, I don't want nobody to be surprised. I'm not saying nobody deserves to go to jail. I'm not speaking on none of that. I'm just saying that when I see this went down, when I see what happened yesterday, I'm not surprised by none of it. Straight up. And that's the crazy part, right? Because they think that. Here's the thing. That's not really true. You don't have to tell yourself or no one to get a look. There's many things you can do to be a known persona on the internet, right? A lot of it is silly, gimmicky, dramatic, extra out, right? But some of it is use your talents, use your personality. Sometimes your personality is enough, and people aren't using those kind of like ways to get popping. Now, here's the thing. A lot of it is an ego, right? A lot of it is, I don't think a lot of times that a lot of dudes are jumping on the internet. Oh, let me say this. I'm speaking about gangbangers, right? I don't think these dudes are jumping on the web to try to be famous because I gangbang. I don't think that's the thing. I think what happens is you want to get on the web because people have names and you want a name for yourself. And what happens is you start out toughing people, right? So it's like this, for example. When 4Extra started to get a name on the internet. Now, in the streets, I'm sure he had his name. In the streets of the jails, I'm sure he had a name. I'm sure he was a presence. I don't know. I don't gangbang, right? But I'm sure he did have a presence in the streets, right? But on the internet, he started to get a name for himself. And his interviews were very entertaining. I used to always watch his interviews. He was always funny to me also. And just entertaining with his jail stories or the way he told stories about, you know, street life or whatever. So I was always entertained by that. But what happened is that once you get to a certain level of like cracking or people know you, then here come the people that need to out-tough you because they want your spot, right? They're annoyed by who you are because you from this hood. They not from that hood. So now somebody got a story all of a sudden about you getting knocked out or you getting beat up or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And what happens after that? Like, you know what I mean? And then now you gotta out-tough him. They gotta out-tough you. And then now you're there. Like, so, yeah. And then what happens after that? Ego sets aside, and then now your whole ego's in front. Now you got to do something when you see somebody. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? You there now. Now you got to prove you tough. Now people waiting for you to say something, or waiting for you to do something, or waiting for y'all to be in the same space. And now something that started on the internet about two people being in two different spaces are now on site when I see you. So what happens there? You know. Chick-fil-A, you said me? You said I'm talking about me? In what way? And yes, secrets are a thing of the past. A lot of people can't keep their mouth closed. They need to tell business. You know, social media, man, it's a gift and a curse, right? It's like I learned a lot on social media, and you can do a lot of you can do a lot of research going directly to people who are experts in certain fields. But also, if you don't know if you're not good at doing research, and you are reaching out to some people who are experts in certain fields, then you can be misled. And a lot of people are being misled by misinformation, bad information, or straight up just lies and scams. So that's happening daily, and it sucks. And it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. But it's all bad. Look, right now I'm looking at a page that on Instagram right here on my mixtapes. It's a video clip. It says on a podcast earlier this year, Loose Cannon discussed a robbery that allegedly was orchestrated by Big U and committed by Loose Cannon. Now, why are you in there talking about that? Like, even if it's not true, why would you say that? I don't understand that. Like, what? Like, is you think statute of limitations? You think you're not even old enough for that to be a statute of limitations clause. So, yeah. And that's my thing. And that's my thing, Fish. It's really just about how do you entertain without being. Well, first of all, I don't have that problem. But how do you entertain without causing all these kind of outside drama, outside things? I'd be damned if I'm sitting at my home or sitting in a space where I'm talking about something and then I say some information that can give me 10 to 20 years, right? And I'm not even a criminal. But I don't understand how criminals do the same thing. It's insane. Let me see. Oh, for sure. More narratives, shout out to Wise Up Chuck. Yeah, more narratives for sure are going to come out. Here's the thing. When you hear about a raid that went down, then here come all the experts and all the people that say they've been new and they knew what was going on, and they're going to bring up the extra clips. They start replaying clips, and the fans start finding stuff that they missed because you reposted a clip when somebody said that, and he said that was going down, and that been a thing. I've been new 2 years ago. He was going to get the RICO and all that. Now they're taking your information and adding to the case, and you don't even know you're adding to what's going on. YD, my good brother, what's up, man? Long time no see, fool. But yeah, it's a lot, and it's silly. It's almost like the rules that we were taught. A lot of these dudes are going against them, like they don't exist. You know what I mean? Butta, my good brother, I love you, man, and always proud of you, bro. Always. Hey, Butta, if you got a camera on you, jump on real quick. I won't take much of your time. Just saying what up. I know you out about getting a run into something. Just hold your camera up. Hold your phone up on time. Hey, YD, it's not even dry snitching at this point. These dudes are straight up telling. And you're right, dry snitching is at an all-time high. But even more than that, these people are straight up telling. Like, if you look at between No Jumper podcast and DJ Vlad, people are straight up just telling information, just offering information, implicating people, implicating themselves, and I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And now we sit here talking about a raid, telling straight up. And now we talking about a raid that went down, and I heard them say on the news, fans been watching podcasts and interviews to strengthen their case. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Clubhouse is crazy. There too.
What up?
You been there good bonded up, huh?
I'm a good bonnet. Gotta protect my edges, dog. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
What up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm amazing, brother. I'm tired. It's been a long week. But I'm tired.
You been running this morning?
Nah, I'm actually not running right now, bro. I'm hurt. I tore my labrum in my hip. But
Yeah, for real?
I I just I just trained 60+ people for the LA
Wow.
Marathon, so
Dope.
so that was this past Sunday. So I'm
Okay.
still recovering from that, but all is well.
How long was your recovery?
We're gonna get surgery, so I was waiting for this to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do get surgery, it'll be about recovery will be about 4 to 6 months.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, so I probably won't be back until like the fall, but I'm straight.
Yeah.
All is well.
Well, I'm always praying for you, bro, and I'm praying for a speedy
Thank
recovery for sure.
you, bro. I appreciate
You
that, man.
you can't right at this point. You can't walk right now.
I can walk. I can still move my body. I work out every day, and
Okay.
I can run, but it just hurt
Yeah.
after like a certain
So
amount of mileage.
okay, you can't do the extra out.
Yeah, I can't do what I do. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, but right,
Damn,
like
I
the
was gonna run a
train.
marathon tomorrow too. Damn, you can't.
I got you, bro. Listen, I will see you through. I will see you through.
Man, I was just gonna start tomorrow. Dang.
You
Hey,
good though?
how's it been with the training for the marathon? You said you trained 60 people.
Yeah, I can't hear your sound went off.
How do you train 60 people for a marathon? What is that? What's that like?
So just creating a training plan for them for so I got a 15, 16 week training plan of like what to do pretty much every day.
Okay.
And then I have different days where we meet up and we work out. I mean, we work together, just do long runs and things like that.
Duh.
I'm not with them every day.
Right.
So but like this, if this day says go to the gym, do some strength training. Just if you follow it, it's going to lead you to success.
For sure.
Yeah.
How many marathons have you ran so far?
12.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
How many have you finished?
I mean, listen, finish what you start. That's all it's about.
12 marathons, bro?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, do you have a record, or do you have are you just gonna kind of? I just watched. I'm jumping topics, but not really. I just watched the old man. I don't even see that footage. He was 97 years old, I think. He just finished. He just finished a marathon somewhere out the country somewhere, and he was 90, 93, 97, something like that, 97. And I was just thinking of he's a runner, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I was just thinking of that kind of like discipline and umph to keep going after so many years, right? Yeah, your body obviously is trained up and worked up to that, but to be in your 90s still running marathons, he was smiling. There wasn't no bending, holding the knees, bending over at the end. He was smiling. He did an interview and everything. I'm like, damn, yo,
well, it's more mental than anything. Like
for sure.
I'm saying your body gives up before your mind does. So
word.
Yeah, so like like one of my folks from my club, she walked the whole thing on Sunday. She walked 26 miles. Yep. So like,
damn.
Right. So like, people so my thing is like people think those type of things like what we do is like crazy or like I could never, and that's fine. But like I just don't like that type of mindset because the mind and the body can do amazing things if you just push yourself a little bit.
You've already told yourself you can't.
You already told yourself
now you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like people like on just like some regular shit with me, like people tell me like all the time, oh, I don't want to come run or like I'm scared or whatever, like it's tough or whatever. So it's like if my example is if your kid comes to you and be like, yo, mom, dad, like is there something going on in school? I want to do it, but like I'm afraid. Are you gonna tell them don't do it? Or are you gonna tell them get out there and just give it a try? You know what I'm saying? But like people tend to like put caps on themselves, and that's if that's what you choose to do, fine. I just don't appreciate that type of energy around me.
You know? Right. Yeah, it's a defeated mentality.
For sure.
When you think about it,
for sure.
Tell yourself, hey, bro, at one point, and remember, it was a point where I had just started walking. You came out with me a couple times, walking with me and the wife, and then you watched me do 30-mile, 40-mile bike rides.
Right.
And you know what I mean? I never thought I would be at the point where I can do that.
Right. Because there are times in your journey where you'd be like, oh, that's crazy. But then when you see that you could push past those limits and how great that feels, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, can't
nobody start saying, what can I do next? How further can I go the next time? And I think that mentality, that's dope. It's funny that it sounds cliche when people tell you never give up and all these kind of sayings, whatever, but that's how the mind works. It's like once you've told yourself once you can't see it for yourself, it's gone.
Right.
What's the need to even try it?
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it's like, and I hate to quote, I'm not gonna quote him because it's who it is. But anyway, he did say a great quote one time when he talked about how if your dreams if your dreams don't seem impossible, you're not dreaming big enough. Right? And well, the first person I heard say it was a dude that we don't really get down with no more. But he said that, and it made all the sense in the world, because it's like, bruh, when you think I talked to you when I talked to you in my story, I remember you did my podcast. We talked about how you started running. That wasn't. It wasn't like you was like, you know what, I'm gonna run a marathon today. It's like you started. It was a big, huge process for you to go.
Bro, like I just started doing like 2 miles, bro, just because I just picked up weight, and it's just like, I was talking to my group recently about just like leaning into things because you don't never know what's for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started just on this, as a hobby. Now this shit is taking me all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been able to see I've literally been like everywhere through running. I can go anywhere in the country and get love and be able to, you know what I'm saying, put myself in a position because of something I've leaned into and just fallen in love with. So,
and then look what I heard there's a super dope video. I'll show you the video offline. There's a dope video of one of my favorite photographers. His name is Peter McKinnon, right? This super cool white guy from Canada. And he has this video called Photography Can Get You Anything You Want. But if you take photography out and replace that word with like, for you, running.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. And essentially it just talks about how he used photography he said photography, he loves photography. So he takes pictures all the time. He also loved cars. Photography allowed him to take pictures of cars, which allowed him to get relationship with people who own cars, which allowed him to get access to cars that he loves to have. And now you kind of knocking out it's like 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. You started running a marathon. You started running because you get in shape, exercise, whatever, and started running marathons. I'm fast tracking. Built your community from people all over the world. Now, not only did you build a community of just runners, I can't imagine the type of conversation you've been having on the low that people don't know about, how you help them beat some kind of health thing.
For sure.
Right? Or just mentally how strong they've been since running with you and your camp. People that didn't have communities now have a community of people who love them and friends from you starting your run club.
For sure. Not 1,000%. So like, that's what it's about for me. Like, it's about the people, it's about the community. So many people who run with me aren't from LA. So to be able to come to a space where you're supported and because you're away from everybody and everything that you know. So to come to a space where you're loved on and you're cheered on and you clapped up every week, like, it does something for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's free. So it's just like, if you ain't gotta pay for the shit, it's like, oh, this is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Literally have the best thing going. It is free.
It is for you. It's not for me. It's for you.
Like, for sure.
So
that's dope. I didn't even think about that. It's for you. Because I'm gonna run regardless.
I'm gonna run regardless, bro. Like, I'm gonna get mine in.
For sure.
But then
that's
like, it's like the I always talk about like it being the passion, like having the passion for it, right? And like doing it for the right reasons. Like, I do this for free. I love it. I love how people feel, like being able to help others. And like, the blessings come on the back end, which people don't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have access to whatever the fuck I want. Right. Just because I've grown with so many amazing people. So like, I could have sold my soul for a couple dollars early just to kind of make some bread. But like, bro, like, I'm okay. Like, I get up and I love what I do every single day. Because when money is the driving force, you're never happy. You don't, like, let me not say you're never happy, because I don't know. But like, I just feel like when you make 1,000, now you want to make 5. So when do you be like, damn, I've made enough? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're always chasing a dollar, it's always like you should. But when for me, success fulfillment is a service. So when you're able to help others, bro, like that feeling, like, can't nobody take that from you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I learned to listening to you now, and me and Sticks do a lot of work together. Also, Sticks hires me to photograph his events, right? And I talk to Sticks all the time. One thing to talking to both of y'all, I'm in full understanding of, is that if you are living your purpose, right, and you're showing that on the grand scale of like how you show it, like you run, you film it, you document it. People are coming out. They just want to be a part of your world. You built this community. Sticks, same thing. Nonprofit, feeding people all over the place. He built this community of givers and people wanting to give back and help. That you don't have to worry about the money, because once you start doing that, all the money starts coming to you.
bro.
People want to be a part of what that is.
Right.
I remember when Nike got down with you. And I remember like your face and the feeling you had when you just couldn't. It was like, bro, it's Nike, fam. Like, you know what I mean? And then to have that kind of relationship, and then all these other people just pour into you. They want to be attached to you. What you got going on?
Facts.
You know, and I don't care what their bottom line is. My bottom line is his purpose. These people smiling,
for sure,
getting better, getting healthy, building community. Same thing for Six. He wants to see people fed, not homeless, not hungry, doing better, financial literacy, all these things. And then I watch the money flow in because people want to be a part of that. And I think if more people go at it how you go at it, and approach it how Sticks go at it, really, and I hate to sound cliche, but the world would actually be a better place,
bro.
In real life.
You're just speaking facts, bro. Like,
real talk.
Speaking facts.
Real talk. I love what you're doing, man. I'm so glad you hopped on me this morning, because
thank you, bro.
I just start hopping on live just to be talking to people and trying to get myself used to being on live and stuff like that. But if my friends jump in, I always want to just say what's up. And also, I'm always a believer of if you're around me, the flowers gonna be given.
For sure.
I'm not the guy that waits.
No,
I'm not going to show you love on the
you
low.
do it. I've seen it numerous times. So
you know, because I got to, and for people who say, if somebody on this live who don't know who Butta is for the first time, they meet Butta for the first time, whatever. I need them to go see why I'm saying what I'm saying, and why I give these flowers to these people, because I know on a very from a very small scale to a large scale, how you've impacted so many people just from you being you. Nigga, you didn't even have to not do you.
Sure.
You just doing you.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That's ill, bro.
Bro, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for that, man. Because it's funny, because like I'm carrying this on because I know you was kind of trying to wrap this up, but
not really.
Just coming into, like, let's say, your transition and what you have going on now, and just like how people, you've lived a life before this, right? And some people may want to keep you in that box, you know what I'm saying, or just keep you where you once were, and it's like, I'm not that person anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like now you've done amazing things, and you're doing even more amazing things now, and it's like to see your growth and your elevation and your maturity is great. Like recently, like it happened with me. Like about a month ago, like I've done stuff in the past that, may not be the best things, you know what I'm saying? Somebody called me a fraud, and like that just lit a fire up under me, right? Because they see me who I used to be, and think that whatever I'm doing now is not for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I get the love and the appreciation from the people who I'm helping now, that supersedes all that other negative shit. So, keep doing what you do.
Will do.
It was a blessing to see, because there are those people that's going to try to keep you in that box, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I know what you want. I support that fully. You know what I'm saying? The people who support it, those are the ones that you lean on. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So keep going, brother.
Thank you, man. I will do it. I will say this though. Yes, I have those same people that do that. That would be like, oh, look, you, man, I'm still listening to you. That ain't how you was in that one song. When you was, all that, whatever. But I also, me being a man of God, also, I use that as my testimony, right? Because I need you to know the me before this me. I need you to. The reason why I need you to know it, so you can know it's possible.
Right.
Because as deep in the trenches of a whole another life I was in, I need you to know I got myself out of that. You know what I'm saying?
You can too. Right.
So for the people who are looking at Butta a certain kind of way, because you remember the old Butta, and you have had the honor and you have had the opportunity to be in the midst of this new Butta, who's presented himself as a giver, a doer, a committed, excellent individual. Hey, that's what I mean.
Stay over there.
Stay over there. And one thing we understand, Butta, is everybody ain't. It's gonna say, first of all, let me pause early. Everybody ain't a grower.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know that's where this was going, but I get you. I get you. I get you.
You see what I was trying to
Right.
you see what I was trying to do?
What up, kid? Dog, what's up? I thought about you yesterday. I'm gonna call you soon.
But everybody don't want to grow with you,
Right.
bro. Everybody don't want to grow. Everybody's not gonna they will watch you excel and then they'll sit back mad at the man you're becoming.
Right. And
And
throw shade on that.
one thing I understand, here's another thing too. Not to get too biblical, but it is what it is, right? That God also will remove people that's not for that next level. So sometimes you wonder how people fall off or people just separate themselves, or your friend do something crazy one day, you like, man, what was that? And I can't get out with you no more. Like, what was that? God be like, oh, he's not, I'm about to excel you. I'm about to elevate you.
Right.
And that person is not for that level. It just happens like that. And sometimes it's hard for us to understand because we're so caught up on history. And we especially as talking to my people, our people, we're so big on loyalty, right? But at what cost?
For
right?
sure.
So it's like I'm not just because we're big on day ones, right? Just because we grew up on the same block, that just means our mama stayed next to each other. It don't mean
you could go.
you know what I'm saying?
You could go.
It don't mean we supposed to be friends forever. And I know God will remove people to move you to that next level. And have you ever noticed? I mean, I've noticed this. If you ever try to fight to keep people around, you notice how your life can start going crazy, a little rocky. Because God trying to tell you, hey, shake that off.
Right.
I told you to leave him alone or leave her alone. Same thing for when you're dealing with women.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Hey, that ain't for her. Because that's not what I need you to have. That's not for her. You need to back up. And then all of a sudden, you may be on your, just for example, you may be on your, doing Keep It Run Hindred, doing all your things, and then 2026 come and everything just dry up. You like, wait, what's going on? Sponsorship ain't hollering, something all bad, a run went bad, and something you like, man, what is going on? Sometimes God be trying to tell you, hey, you got to do some spring cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take you somewhere where I don't need them to go. Because if they go with you, they're going to be stuck with you. And they're going to tear it apart. So
1,000%.
that's it on that. But man, I love you, man.
Love you too, brother.
Thanks for coming online. You know,
I had to even in my bonnet. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
I'm always gonna be me. Whoever got, you know what I'm saying?
They need to see the behind the scenes, brother, too.
Right.
You know, they can't see you thighs out all the time with the good Nikes on. You know.
Oh man.
But I love you, man. I'll be hollering at you soon, and also I'll be on live typically almost every morning, like around 9 to 10 o'clock, whatever.
Okay.
If you ever on, you see me on live, jump in with me anytime.
For sure, bro. Good to see you,
man.
man.
Good to see you too, man.
All right, bro.
Peace. My good brother, Butta. That's my good brother. Definitely in the building. Bonnet Chronicles be the hey, the Bonnet Chronicles be the best. Man, that's my brother, man. I'm so proud of Butta, man. If y'all don't know, whoever on here do not know Butta, man, please follow his page, follow his journey. He's an amazing human being doing amazing work. And I'm so proud of him and what he's done for the community of runners, community of people getting their good health together. He's just an awesome dude. Super hilarious also, just a cool dude. And I think you'd be better off knowing someone like Butta than not. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So what's up with y'all though? What's going on for today? Right now, I'm chilling right now. I'm about to get out here and do some work in a minute, but I just want to go live to kind of talk some stuff before I get my day going, just to see what the people up to, scan the interwebs, see what's going on. I just talked about how I unfollowed the Shade Room and a couple other pages. How freeing it felt. How freeing it felt to stop following some of these pages, because I'm trying to do away with waking up in the morning and then immediate gossip and drama and baby mama, baby daddy fighting, and it's just a lot, you know. And I got to change. Sometimes you got to change your algorithm. You have to switch. You got to switch your algorithm up. Start following some people. Start unfollowing. Some people. You know, start unfollowing people, unfollowing some of these pages, change your algorithm up. You wait on the the Lux song, a Lux song, man. Oh wait, that Lux song, like, it's a song that's specifically you talking about? Oh wow. So see, this is what I mean, right? I just talked about how. Hey, shout out to Ken too. Hey, my good brother, man. Um, First of all, long time no see. You know, well traveled photographer and super dope individual. Um, but I just talked about news. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't need to see this at 10 o'clock in the morning, and now I've seen it, so I'm going to talk about it. On TMZ page, it's talking about this woman was arrested for allegedly drowning her dog in the airport bathroom when it couldn't board a flight. What are we talking about? Like, what is going on? Your dog couldn't get on a flight, so you went in the bathroom and drowned it? Come on, fam. Like what? Like, people are evil, yo. America is trash. It is what it is. Every day is something else. Every day I'm looking at whether it's politics, which I don't really get into. I don't really talk about politics over the or the internet and things like that, whatever. But it's just I've in the last maybe 5 years, I have at least 3 or 4 friends that left the country. You know what I mean, and moved away, moved abroad. And when I talk to them, they're literally like, "We don't understand why you're still there." Cause think about it. Me and my homegirl, Dr. Joy, were talking one time, right? She talked about how Americans, and well, she was speaking from specifically Black Americans at the time. She was saying how Black Americans and white Americans have a kind of sick, codependent relationship with each other, and it's like how we tell ourselves we should move, we should leave, right? And then you have your racists who are like, go back to Africa. Then, for example, Marcus Garvey tried to actually leave, right? The Black Star Line, he tried to build ships to leave. And then when he tried to leave and tried to get Africans to leave the country, they put smut on his name and effed him off. So it's like this weird relationship of like, y'all go, but we don't want y'all to go, right? It's like Black Wall Street. It's like, yeah, get out of our neighborhoods, go do your own thing, and then we build Black Wall Street, and then they come and bomb it and kill all the people. Huh? Here's the cold part, Vita. Like, you know, if we could, most of them are in cahoots. And that's the cold part. And I wish we could too. But then, you know, power, everybody's a glutton for power. So then we'll be when it comes to our people specifically, it's like, man, like, where will we be cool? You know what I mean? And I'm never hopeless. So I'm a believer in Christ. So I'm never hopeless, but it's tough. It's but it's bigger than making money off of us in prison. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they do, but also, like, it's I don't know, it's a sickness. It's a sickness, and it's and we have our own things. Now I understand that what's been done to us has been been done to us. So the reason why we also don't value each other most times, right? And I understand how it is when how how I can be walking in the store and another dude is looking at me crazy, and I may be looking at him crazy. Now it's a thing instead of it just being love first, because we had a number put on us, and we were taught to devalue ourselves, and um, uh, um, um, you know, so it's like game banging, right? It's like game banging. It's like when you see them, it's on site, or how you get put on this one hood, and once you get put on, you're automatically deaf enemies with a whole other place, a whole other group of people that stay on the other side of town who look just like you. And most likely, a lot of times, y'all are related in some kind of way. That's crazy to me. It's crazy. You start to feel lost. You start to feel like you you may be the only one that thinks that's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I came up in, I came up in the hood like most of my partners, and most of my people who are cohorts, and especially in music and not, and you start to feel like, am I the only one to feel like this? And also I have homies who gang bang and were gang members and retired, active, and all kinds of stuff that I actually love. That are my friends in real life, and now they know how I feel about it. I've never been not vocal about how I feel about that, but I do love them. And I do wish there was something else they did, but I also understand, knowing the exact places they come from and how they were raised. I understand how that happened, and I don't punish nobody for that. I don't crucify them for that. And now here's the thing: when you know better, you do better. So I like for people to make changes when they show growth, or when they know something and learn something, they grow and make changes and move different, right? But also understand that people are victims of circumstance. You know what I'm saying? For sure. About the '60s, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Then right after that, sometime I think welfare happened, and then you know what that did to the black family. It's and I don't want to do. Here's the thing. Yes, there's been a number put on us through many different ways: slavery, Jim Crow era, the redlining, the prison system, school to prison pipeline, a bunch of different things that would contributed to the fall of a certain people. You know, um, but also once we know better, we do better. And I want us to do better. I want us to be better. I want us to make better decisions. Now that we already know that everything from word of mouth to the internet, social media, independent news, there's tons of information and tons of access to. You should not be ignorant to what's going on and what has happened, right? And so, with that being said, we all have a responsibility to do better. That's just it. We got to do better, for sure. The Reagan era, yeah, for sure. So, and here's the thing: we got to take on some of that too. You know what I mean? We got to take on that, like, and because yes, they did a number on us, but now it's 2025. We got to get out of that. And I agree with you 100%. So I know what happened. You know what I mean? And it's messed up. And it took decades. First of all, not decades. It took hundreds and hundreds of years to get us to where we are. Let me say now, or maybe let's say now, right? Not really 2000s, but we'll say now. Gangbang happened in the '80s, started in the '70s, happened in the '80s, went high, went crazy in the '90s, and then it's starting to now seem like people are starting to get the whole picture about, like, all right, it's a little tired. We're a little tired of it now, right? But before that, and if we did start way back, then yeah. But now we're in 2025. We got to get it together. We got to, because it's extra out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's extra out. So yeah, but let me see. You got a situation to build that lines up together, that's for sure. Kind of starts. I think so. You know, and I hopefully well, that's one thing you and I we've been knew, right? We knew that if we contribute so much to the world, and if we just pull back, then they would know the effects of that, right? It's the same thing for my Mexican brothers and sisters. Like if they pull back, the world will see it will be a big effect on how America moves, right? Or any oppressed people. But speaking for my people, if we did just pull back, the world gonna feel it. But we always got some. Look, one thing about me and my homeboys talk about this. One thing about since the beginning of time, right? There's always been a mole amongst the people. Every time a great leader was taken down, every time somebody got flipped or the feds came in and did something crazy or they got some information, it was always one of us that fed them the information. Somebody that flipped, somebody was undercover, some informant, somebody just flipped, somebody, you know what I mean? It was always one of us. And that's the first initial problem. You know, ever will we ever get on code? And when I say get on code, I'm a Christian man, so I'm never talking about get on code to do some murder and that kind of revenge. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, are we ever gonna get on code to start holding back what's ours and saying we're not gonna contribute, we're not gonna involve ourselves in the space, we're not gonna be a part of a thing that doesn't want us to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Or then we repeat the whole Marcus Garvey thing again. Go back to Africa. Well, first of all of us ain't from Africa. That's a whole nother history lesson that they ain't ready for, right? But for those who are, or the many of us who want to just go and see, if we started to go, what y'all gonna do to stop us from doing that? That messed up codependent relationship we talked about. And it does take sacrifice. Lays, top of the morning, my good brother. How you doing? Oh, that's fake. Wait, is it? That's good, man. I'm glad all is well with me too, man. I'm been chilling at the house right now. I'm waiting for my registration to show up. I kind of paid it. I kind of paid it on the day of at night, and I had to wait like a week. So it's coming today in the mail to get my registration, which messed me up this week. But thank God I'm getting it today. So hey man, good talking to you too, man. Thanks for falling through the live, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your input. Real talk. 100. Salute. I'm about to jump online anyway, man. I'll be tapping in again tomorrow. I'll be on maybe around 9 o'clock, but I will be on my YouTube page tomorrow at 11 a.m. live with my good brother Curtis King. I'm gonna make a little flyers out of advertising today, so I have it on my page. If y'all are around, if y'all gonna be around tomorrow 11 a.m. on my YouTube page, check it out. I'm gonna have a flyer with my link and everything up. So tap in with me if so. Peace.